Hi, my name is Square and I'm a photographer, and I believe there are no stupid questions, no stupid video, no stupid tutorials. Or maybe there are. Natural light, the one coming from the sun. Something I've struggled with for years, and I'm still learning, making mistakes up to this day. Lights, without light there is no photo, so it is quite obvious that learning how to play with lights, understanding light is maybe one of the most important part of the process of making a photo. So please, all you girls and boys out there, don't jump into flash photography if you don't know how to shoot without. Before composing your shot, before doing any framing, before you dial any settings into your camera, if you're shooting a human being, take a close look at the type of lights that you have on location. Is it harsh? Is it a hard light? Or is it a soft light like the one that you can get on an overcast day or early in the morning or late in the evening? Take a look at the direction of the light. This is really easy. Just look at the shadows on the floor and look at the shadows on your model, what the light reveals, what the shadows hide, and the shadows all around you. So what are we looking for? What are we looking at? Look at your model and look out for shadows that can be too distracting. You know, the ones that can cut a head in half or can hide a part of the face or a part of the body. These ones are really important. I know that this can be a concept. This is maybe something you're looking for, hiding parts of the body in the shadows and revealing others in the light. Take a close look at the eye sockets. If they're too dark, ask your model to slightly raise their chin, turn their faces on the left, on the right, and look at the shadows created on their faces. The same thing applies to your surroundings and your background. If you are working with a harsh midday sun, some of your background will be plunged in deep shadows and other parts will be really bright. This can be distracting and have the person looking at your picture turning away from your main subject, from your model, and looking at your background. These small details do make a difference. You know, this includes myself. Sometimes you have that specific composition in mind, that angle that you want to include that building, that object. You know, you had a specific idea of what you wanted to do, but then once you're there, you realize that you're making your shot at the wrong time of the day. So of course you have two options, and the first one is really obvious: come back and shoot at the right time. This is why I made a video about preparing your photo shoot so that you can avoid this kind of situation. Or you can obviously change your framing, composition, blah blah blah, to have an evenly lit background, pleasing shadows on your models, and so on. Use the light to draw attention to guide the viewer's eye. To make the transition less obvious between light and dark, I placed my model at the edge of that transition. Use light to isolate your subject. Use shadows to minimize what you want to show. You can also ask your model to close their eyes for a serene shot. In most of these shots, the direction of the light defined the body and head position and the overall pose and movement, and of course, it heavily influenced my composition and framing. You know, preparation is the key. I can't stress this enough. Some locations look awesome in the morning and are hard to work with in the evening. And I've said it before, light can also help you to stage your models, to find the right poses, how to place their heads, their body, and so on. Look at the light, the direction of the light, the shadows. This could be a really good starting point. This may sound obvious. You may be watching this video and telling yourself, huh, who didn't know that? Yeah. But I felt this was important because I still see everywhere on the web, Instagram, Facebook, blah, 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 wherever you post your images. And this includes myself, people making these kind of mistakes. You know, these little details that you take for granted or sometimes that you don't see while you're shooting, and then you end up opening your files at home on your big screen, and then you're like, oh shit, how did I didn't see that? And I said it earlier, sometimes I'm torn between the composition that I had in mind, the idea that I had in mind, and then I look at the lights and it doesn't work. In the end, I prefer having a well-lit image, a well-executed image, than a potentially good composition and framing, but with an awful light. Make light your priority. That's what I try to tell myself every day, and I'm still learning. Once you get this, trust me, you will be a better flash photographer afterwards. Hope this was helpful for some of you boys and girls out there. There will be a few changes on this channel, but I'll explain all this to you in a future video. For future events, workshops, where I am right now and what I'm currently working on, please follow me on Instagram. It all happens there. And I guess I will see all you guys in the next one, but until then, please have a good one.